it's here. Now there's some stuff I can't do until I've checked out a how-to. According to Hannah, if you get a new iPhone, there's a way of putting your old one on top of the new one, and it will transfer all the data across. So all stuff like your contacts and things like that get automatically transferred across. And she said that it's possible I'll be offered that and don't need to worry about it. You know, like, have you got an old iPhone sort of thing in the setup routine. But I want to look it up first to actually find out, because it's the sort of thing that you might only be able to do once. All these things are like, you know, you go through the setup routine and then it says all done and you can't go back into that again. So we shall see. But yeah, I've got some things to find out before I even turn it on. I just want to see it. Of course, it's you know, it's got some tape on it that you could actually swing from a mountain on, as opposed to just gently holding a box together. Why do they do this? It doesn't need to be that strong and that sticky. Got it, I think. Yes. Right, now let's have another go. Stuff falling out. Right, so that'll be my invoice. I'll keep that to myself because it'll have address details and stuff on. Yep. So that is just nothing more than an invoice. There's no instructions or anything. Just a big list of what they say they've done. Right, so that's that. Actually got a charging cable. I didn't know I was going to get that actually. I mean, obviously I've got one because I've already got an iPhone. And the the really flashy paper clip, i.e. the tool to get your SIM out or to open the SIM drawer. You do it with a paper clip or a pin. Paper clip works best because it's got a blunt end. You're not stabbing it. Right, so that's what's in the box then. First job, how good is the screen? It's immaculate. Well, flipping ought to be. It did say this was in excellent condition. So that's all I'm going to film at the moment. I'm not even going to turn it on. First thing to find out is, can I turn that on without a SIM in it? Yes or no? What difference does it make? Because obviously my current SIM is in my old phone. Can I do that data transfer trick where you put the one phone on top of the other and it transfers the data? Where does the SIM need to be? In the old one or the new one? Because I've only got one. All these things I've got to look up and find out. And I've watered everything this morning except the mounts, which I did yesterday with the sprayer, and the indoor phalaenopsis. So everything out there got watered except the mounts. And because I now don't need to go out there anymore today, I've put the hot box on. So I'm going to run that for about 3 hours today because it's had quite a gap between the last time it was done. The idea is to run it for relatively short times but quite frequently, keep it sort of going, which I haven't been doing lately. So we have a new phone. We will now find out some things about it, some things I already know, and at the end of the day, on the end of a text message is Hannah, who's been using phones like this for everything you can possibly think of for years. So if she doesn't know how to do it, I doubt if anybody does. And if not, there's YouTube videos rather than pester her all the time. But as I said, I don't need this up and running right now. So I can go at this nice and gently you know, look up a bit, right, that's that, okay, so that's got to be done before that's got to be done, and get myself a little sequence to work out what do I do from the point I turn it on. Do I need to put my sim in there first, then turn it on? Does it even matter which way round that happens? Then we've got this data transfer thing, you know, when you've only got, if you've got an old phone and a new phone, it's reasonable to assume you only have one SIM and it's in your old phone. So I just need to find out, is that where it stays to do the data transfer? In which case I assume it's okay to turn the new phone on without a SIM in it. See what I mean? I've got to find out all these things. And although I've got a charging cable supplied, I've already got one. My charging cable stays permanently plugged in over in the corner of the room there. So it's just there. Just stick your phone in it whenever you want. But I've got a new one, and these are handy because these do go dodgy now and again. You know, either the plug or the cable, they can go dodgy, so I've got a spare now. And I need to find somewhere to put that. That's the sort of thing that can so easily get lost. It doesn't matter to a great extent. As I said, you can use a paper clip. But I will need that because obviously at some point the SIM's got to come out the old phone and go in the new phone. Right, so there we go. I will report on things. In fact, probably the first thing you'll know is that I'll do a live broadcast. Just to show I can. I had a look at how to do that this morning on this phone. It's a couple of buttons. But on my old phone, I don't run apps. I do everything I want to do on my laptop, so I don't need apps on my phone. I can look at mail on my phone. I can use it for phone calls and texts, and if at a pinch I could turn on location data and use the maps function if I got lost. Chances are if I was lost I'd be somewhere where there was no signal anyway. Catch-22. But yeah, so I don't use my phone for much. Obviously with this I'll be using it a lot more because the first thing I'll need to do is get the YouTube app fired up, get that linked in and tuned in to my actual channel. Yeah, and then do it again if I need to for my bonsai channel, so that while I'm out and about I can look at stuff on my channel if I need to. But I will need it to do a live broadcast so that when I use the app and I go into go live, it knows where to go. It's not a mind reader at the end of the day. It will need some help, I'm sure. So that's the initial stuff to sort of work on, and yeah, I'll get back to you when there's something to report really. But it's arrived safely. I mean, that was ordered, when did I order it? Saturday or Sunday? I think I ordered it on Sunday morning, and it's here, it's Tuesday lunchtime. So pretty good going, I think. And apparently for this phone in a reconditioned, excellent condition, I got a really, really good price. So there we go. I'll let you know when it's all up and running.